As I said, I'm from the National Credit Regulator. Basically, as you might know or might not know, the South African economy, it's a credit-based economy. You know, it's more, or it's typically your European market, meaning that you cannot access credit, or you cannot buy a house, or you cannot buy a car without using credit. So, as the National Credit Regulator, we are also very privileged, and we were fortunate again to have the National Credit Act, which is the one that we govern, to be incorporated in our national syllabus in terms of schools. Currently, it is being taught in the primary level. From next year, my understanding is that is now going to be introduced in high school. But remember that in terms of the National Credit Act is piggybacked by other financial literacy modules in terms of savings and budgeting. So in that sense, we were quite happy that we've been included within the national curriculum. Yeah, as I said, in terms of financial products, various banks have their own tailor-made banking products targeted at young people in terms of students and high school students. But as somebody has already said, children under the age of 18 cannot open their own accounts. You know? But when it comes to issues of financial literacy, unfortunately, each and every regulatory body in South Africa conducts its own independent financial literacy programs. It is only now recently that the National Treasury, that is our Department of Finance, is trying to come up with a coordinated structure that will include all consumer-focused agencies and institutions. That is to have one national program which can be easily evaluated and stuff like that. Because each and every institution does its own evaluation to the extent that we are not even sure as to how financially literate our people are. And what makes it worse is that our general literacy levels in South Africa it's quite very low, especially around your former disadvantaged population group, which is blacks, unfortunately, and which are in the majority. You know? And we also then find that in terms of financial education, some of the challenges that we have are that we are unable to reach, not unable, but it's very difficult for us to reach rural communities and underdeveloped areas, meaning that will be your townships, because of we can only do so much as an agency, you know. There aren't many financial, NGOs that concentrate a lot on financial education. If they are there, you find that they're only localized in terms of the provinces in which they operate in, but they don't have a national presence, which also then makes it quite difficult for us to reach out to that segment of the population. But overall, again, in terms of financial education, we have tried as the regulator to consciously then target university students in terms of having outreach programs on university campuses, whereby, for example, during the month of June in South Africa, you might know that the 16th of June is a national holiday because of the Soweto uprisings then. And the month of June has then been themed to be a youth month, and then we then try to have a very aggressive financial literacy program in terms of targeting those university students. And again, also depending on the amount of time that we also then have, we also go into schools whereby we target the teachers, because unfortunately it becomes quite difficult, as you might probably know, to impart information on financial literacy while you also find yourself personally not to being well informed. So as a countermeasure, we then say that we also then have programs that are targeted at schools whereby we do both, try to train teachers and students, and then just enhance their knowledge around issues of credit, savings, and budgeting. In terms of our national platform, in South Africa there's an agency that is targeted at youth development, which is located in the president. It's called the National Youth Development Agency. We Follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but basically that there are numerous platforms where we have tried to then engage with other agencies where we can then have an outreach and target their constituencies. Lastly, probably in terms of highlights, we were also very fortunate that we managed to be on one of the most watched programs on South African television, which is Soul City. I think it has actually, that program has been translated and probably been passed on to countries like Australia, if I'm not wrong, where they have copied some of the themes in terms of those programs, because it's more of your entertainment program, and we have tried to then say that if we can just have a presence in those, and in terms of on the basis of issues of outreach and financial literacy, and yeah, it was watched by over 50% of the adult population, and obviously with children included.
Thank you. Thank you so much.